Hello guys and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about patch notes 1.0.3, which there's a lot of buffs and a lot of very interesting changes that could potentially fix a very important system of the game, which is trade packs, but could also completely destroy it. And that's something we're going to talk about today. So let's get started. In patch notes 1.0.3, which is right after today's maintenance, we're gonna be getting fishing buffs, very well needed, and I'm very happy about this because I myself do a lot of fishing. So I'm looking forward to see this, if this makes fishing more worth it, and hopefully we can make a little bit of money out of it. Also, I might actually spend more time doing it, right? But the next change is the very important one, and the one I wanted to talk about. New trade packs and trade posts unlocked. This is great news. We got ourselves a total of 6 new trade packs right here. So if you go and look at the market right now, the prices of many of these of the ingredients of these trade packs already skyrocketed. It's absolutely crazy. The pepper went increases price like crazy. The the shank and a lot of other things. I luckily was able to buy quite a few things, so I'm ready to do the trade packs, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing them right away, and I will tell you why. If we scroll down a little bit, they talk about a lot about the trade packs and how they're gonna help with the demand injection and blah blah. But the important part I want to talk about first before I go back into that topic is this general change right here. They changed the minimum demand to from trade packs from 50 to 15%. This is this is a very drastic change, and I will tell you why. Again, I don't have the data. I don't know much. I'm not a game dev, but what I do know is that I do a lot of trade packs, and I know for a fact that there is many trade packs that you make a little bit of a profit, right, at 50%. So if we go and take a look at the current trade packs and demand, we can see, like for example, slums here, right? Everything's at 50%. Why is everything at 50%? Because even though slums is at 50%, you actually make like a 1k 2k profit right out of it. And if you fill up your entire wagon, if you have it fully upgraded, you have 5 trade packs on total. Worst case scenario, you're gonna make a 5k profit. Best case scenario, you make a 10k or even a 15k profit out of, combined with all of it. So at the end of the day, if you're constantly doing these trade packs, you arrive to one location, then you go to the next one, you're making a little bit of money. And that's the reason why they are all at 50%, right? Which is, to me, in my opinion, is very bad. We have to change these to make it more dynamic. Now, but then what happens? Now they want to make it so the minimum is going to be 15%. Now, this is gonna be very interesting to see how is it gonna react, because for example, I normally run kindling kit, or I do campfire roast or barbecue specialty, right? Which all of them, as you can see, they are also at the bottom. Now, if I were to do barbecue a specialty, normally if it's at about 50, if it's at 50%, I'm in a loss. I'm losing money here. So I normally wait for something like this Tarmire, and I sell it at 70, 75%, 80%. Well, now that this is happening and we're gonna be getting a 15%, what I'm worried about is that people are not gonna longer wait for that 79% or 70% plus. Like, they will immediately sell at 50 or 55% and just keep the trade pack value to the minimum, which will make it so trade pack now would be only by, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna become so super unattractive, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll see. Again, we just gotta wait to see how the change will affect the servers. But for example, here this one has 101% Tarmire. Oh my god, this is great to go and run it right now. Hopefully, it stays like that when you arrive, right? But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried. At the same time, I am very curious to see how these changes are going to affect the whole market with these new trade packs, new variety, perhaps things, the competition within all these trade packs. The more options, the better. Therefore, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, but at the same time, I'm very worried for what I just expressed, right? If 15% is going to be the minimum, then I am worried that we will never see a 100% ever again because everybody's going to be selling before that because everybody's afraid of their trade back crashing yet again, therefore making no money whatsoever. So people are going to be just happy to make 1 or 2K or 3K profit out of a single trade back, which to me is like, I mean, then what? Why do trade packs, right? Might as well just go grind or do something else where there's more profit, right? But hey, we don't know yet. This is just my opinion. This is just my thoughts. Patch. Anyway, moving on. We're getting the Gilead Island trade post, which is very nice. Again, adds variety, new trade post, more demand, blah, blah. So that's very exciting, right? They also talk about an injection. So they're going to add a 13% demand to all trade packs in Angerhorn and a 5% on Seraphine. So hopefully this will help and make it, make my wars go away. We'll find out soon enough. They also increased the party bonus from 6% to 10%, which is great. I don't know if you guys were watching my stream the other day. I was grinding with as a duo, and we were making about 100,000 experience per every 35 to 40 minutes together on Caimans, which was very efficient, right? So with this little extra bonus, perhaps we can even push it more. We'll find out soon enough. We're also getting new cosmetics that look super fun. I like the colors. I really do. Look at that ship. It's so cool. I love it with all the little colors in there. It's fantastic. Looking forward to that. And, for those who want to support the devs even more, you guys go ahead and get some yourself more cosmetics. As I mentioned earlier, the demand trade back from 50 to 15%, and then we got a bunch of price changes, experience changes, and so on cooking recipes. If you are interested in that stuff, feel free to post the video and you can read it. I am personally not really that interested. I'm sure this is just a bunch of adjustments. What I do like is that they made like some sort of a triangle here. I don't know if that was intentional, but that looks so cool. Just a little thing. And then they got a bunch of fixes. One that I think is important because I myself am looking into changing switching over to Lightblade is that they actually finally fixed it. So that's super nice to hear. They actually fixed Lightblade, that it was not it was getting stunned by combustion, which was not working properly, but also they fixed the gameplay issue with it where it was not getting its adaptive damage properly. It was doing some sort of wrong thing, so now they actually fixed it, which is nice. And I look forward to see how that's gonna feel after the maintenance. Sadly, I don't have a light blade, so and the issue was because of this, right? It was bugged, so I didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to buy a bugged weapon pretty much. So now that it's fixed, I will definitely take a look at it. They also fixed Healing Bond, which was a pretty it had a very strong effect on the Lore Master build. This is definitely a good fix because it was a little bit overpowered, so I'm happy for that. And just to mention something little extra, they I don't know if this has anything to do with that freaking earring that nobody has been able to to find out anything about, but they say the dialogue regarding the Twilight Lamp is not working as intended. I am gonna have to go back into the Lighthouse Mystery and read this dialogue because maybe there is a hint there about the whole oh my god, you guys is hearing all the all the noise of that stuff. But yeah, I'm talking about this guy here. Let me go to Harbor Island about the Possessed by Resentment event. Maybe that dialogue will finally tell us what we need to know about the that issue, about that little event. Maybe perhaps we'll finally be able to find out and get it done and get ourselves that earring. Now, lastly, they mentioned that sadly on this patch, community land housing medium-large land additions is not coming, but they're working as hard as they can to get it out as soon as possible. Now, I respect that they are very open about this because I'm sure there's a lot of frustration behind this issue, but do we need to understand that they need to do a lot of testing because due to the nature of the game, there can be a lot of bugs that duping bugs and stuff like that. So I hope that they get it as soon as possible, and then tell us at the very end of the whole patch notes. They say, "Stay tuned for an epic patch 1.0.4 coming next week," which I'm gonna assume. Maybe it's bad to assume, but I'm gonna assume that that's where the community land housing finally arrives, which I really hope that's the case because a lot of people want it, and I'm sure that that will bring a lot of happiness to the community. So yeah, let's stay tuned for next week. And yeah, that's pretty much all the highlights from the patch notes. If you want to jump more into detail, feel free to check it out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. But I hope that my little here resume, talking about like the main issues, was helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I am Toto Torres. It's been a pleasure. Take care and goodbye.